I have a thought early in the morning. Um, just wanted to say, I was just thinking, I don't know if love is supposed to be involuntary or not. I don't know if it's something that we choose and we control, you know? Um, Abraham and a lot of spiritual creators, influencers, advisors, they speak of the co-creation process, right? You co-creating with the universe to create a reality that feels good to you, or to live a life that feels good. Knowing Uguti, we exist within contrast, and that within that contrast, birds, our wanting isn't ethylene. So within contrast, we're able to clarify what we want. Ne? So we get born to co-create with the universe, to experience contrast, co-create, experience contrast, co-create. Ne? So where love is involved, ne? I feel like there's a lot there's a lot clouding my just ability to be able to fully understand what the thing is with that. So is it ukuthi we then have to consciously pick what love feels like, or what we think? Let's say you're someone who hasn't experienced it, but you want to, and you want to calibrate, you want to get your vibration there, your frequency at the love vibration. And you say, okay, I want, there's certain things that I identify as love, and I am going to seek them out. Maybe within myself, I'm either gonna do them, I'm gonna practice them, yada 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 yada. How much control do we have over what we love? Like, can I choose, Uguti, these are the things that I love? Or like, can you love things involuntary? Is love involuntary? Like, in my calibrating, yabo, in my working on my frequency, wanting to receive love, can I like really be precise and say, Guti, once I get to the love frequency, I will know for a fact, Guti, these are the things, or these are the types of people that I'll love and that will love me, you know? Or it's just a thing of what you'll just be surprised when you get there. It's just gonna be a thing of, actually, this is what love really is. We know Guti, all along you thought Guti, that's what you were working towards, that's what you thought you wanted and needed, but actually this is the feeling that you're looking for, and the feeling is found in these types of people, in this type of maybe worldview, in this type of vocation, looking yabo yonke into, like, how much control do we have? How much control do we have, ne? um I'm so curious, ne? um the area, or the issue, the realm of love for me is an area of a lot of curiosity, a lot of just like question marks, because I've been into relationships. um Angazi, man. Angazi. I loved my first boyfriend, I think. Not I think, yeah. Like I said, angazi. Angazi, like, what the thing is with love. But I was really happy with him. I cared for him deeply. Yabo. I really enjoyed his company. Um, yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, I cared about his feelings. I cared about what he felt, even when he was not around. Yeah. And is that love? Is that love, or is it something else? Is love like what we choose for ourselves? What's okay? I would define what love is for me. Like, so if I treat umuntu in a certain way, if I give him certain considerations, you know, if I do certain things, ne, does that then constitute as love? Like, since I have chosen ukuthi, as I'm doing these things out of love, so therefore I love them. Or is love is a thing on its own, nje? Like a thing that stands, and it's either you do it or you do something that's close to it, like its sister, maybe compassion or don't. I'm starting to think love doesn't exist. Yabo. And I know saying this, um, maybe I should shut up. But saying this would warrant like similar reactions, ne? As saying, "Cause you think God doesn't exist, yabo, yabo." And it's not necessarily because you dismissing everything that has been said on it or whatever. But I think ukuthi love is just people describing themselves, like how they feel when they allow themselves to be themselves, yabo. So when you're with someone, ne, and our nature really is to care for people, is to hold space for people, yabo, to appreciate someone, to touch, you know, that's the whole thing of community, like just exploration of our senses, but then with the other, yabo. So when I'm with someone, naturally I will do lezo zinto, and I'll do that to the, like, filled with compassion, filled with just like this feeling of empathy, of knowing good, this is what this person needs, and is enjoyment in it. So if it's just me, okay, just myself, if I'm at the highest level of expressing myself, then I take care of myself. I think positive thoughts about myself. I feed my body, isn't it right? I work out or I move my body. I have a social life. I talk to people. I put myself out there. I trust myself. Yabo? So when people describe, okay, these experiences, maybe a clear vibration that allows them to just be themselves and to hear their souls more clearly. It's not even about hearing your soul. It's like you are embodied now. Your soul is active. Is active. It's your point of vibration. When a person is in that frequency, they describe it as love. And obviously we'll experience that differently because we prioritize as in dating fun, and we're different about, like, with different people. We even experience love differently, like, quote unquote. Like khona abantu, I learned recently, okay, not recently, but I have a sixth house stellium. I have a hectic sixth house stellium. And my Sun and my Venus is there, as well as my Mars. My Sun, my Venus, as well as Mars are all there, and they are all in Gemini. So, Mina, I've come to understand why I am like the way that I am with abanye abantu when it comes to ubathanda ubanakekela. I want to feel needed. I love feeling needed. I like to feel like I'm having a positive impact on the lives of abantu. Yabo, my sense of self, that is who I draw my identity from. I'm very relationship oriented, from family, especially the people who are closest to me. Yabo. So, and obviously this in my life it expresses itself in a very niche way because I am naturally drawn to into like psychology, mental stuff, spirituality, yabo zonke lezi zinto where I'm able to sit with concepts, break them down, understand them, and use them in my life. So that is sort of where I am most available for the people that I love. Like, I don't want to say helping them carry the emotional, spiritual, and mental baggage. But I'm definitely available kulezo zinto because naturally that's where I'm at. Like expand even Jupiter's in the sixth house. Like there's just a lot there. There's just a lot there, yeah. So it's just a lot of resources in my house of service, ne? And it's where I drive personal meaning from. Yabo, personal meaning from. So, mean at my highest point of loving umuntu, that it's when I am just being able. It's when me being in their life is making their life like easy. Like you have me, I have all this wealth of knowledge because I have a million like different hobbies. Ne? You have this at my disposal if you're someone that I care about. Because that's how I express love. Not so much the other stuff. Not so much the other stuff. So yeah, ne? It started as an inquiry on love. Ne? I think an inquiry like being curious about love and its definition, what it means, what it implies, it's just as important as the inquiry about God and. Yabo. Because what God to there's God, ne, and Bamusha Zendo, but God then is also love. Ne? And then they'll also put you as somebody would see what love is. Yabo. And you cannot really understand the meaning of love without understanding yourself, ne? Because everything happens within context. I'm sorry, I keep moving my hands because I like how it looks. Everything happens within context, ne? You exist within a particular context, ne? So enable for you to understand sacrifice, for instance, you would have to have known you have to have experienced sacrifice and for you to understand what it means and what its implications are. For you to understand love, you have to know how it manifests in your life, how you express it, how you give it to other people, how you receive it, ne? Then you can enter discord about it. Then you can but if you're still looking at love as like an ideal in the same way that you look at God, like there is love and it's something that we need to like look for or reach for or aspire to like to reach, ne, that level which we have to work to get to God, same mentality. So if you're going to look at it like that, then it's gonna be difficult to acknowledge all the ways that like you give yourself love or people give you love, because you're not really interested in how the feeling of it. You're not interested in like the feeling and the experience of it. You're just interested in like the image or in reaching a certain ideal that you maybe think would say it's it because of whatever reason, so it's nice to be mindful. It's nice to sit with Liz's internet, especially since love and God and money and all these other things that we aspire to experience, even though we experience them all the time, it's like we want to get to the point where we are just embodied and just there, né? But we can't get there without knowledge, without proper understanding of what these things are, what do they look like, who are we in relation to them, and what makes the most sense for us.